If you're spending hours on strength and conditioning, but not seeing the results you want in the ring, you're probably making the same S&C mistakes as 90% of Muay Thai fighters. And it's not about training harder. I'm Heatrick, and after coaching well over 1,000 fighters online over the past 11 years, I've seen the same S&C patterns destroy potential over and over. The difference between fighters who plateau and those who continually improve comes down to understanding these 8 crucial S&C points. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your current approach might be holding you back, and more importantly, how to fix it. And these aren't just tips, they're the foundation principles that separate good fighters from great ones. Now, everyone's starting point is different, so I've created a quick assessment that'll show you what you should prioritize first. I'll tell you how to get that at the end, so let's dive right in. 1. You're both the race car driver and the race car. In Muay Thai, you're both the driver and the car. Your technique, timing, and tactics, those are the driver. But your athleticism, your mobility, strength, power, speed, and conditioning, that's the car. Traditional Muay Thai training focuses on honing your driving skills, but no matter how skilled you are as a driver, the race is only won if your car is up to the task. That's where strength and conditioning, S&C, comes in. It enhances your car, the physical foundation that supports everything you do in the ring. Combining Muay Thai with S&C gives you the best of both worlds, the skills to outsmart your opponent and the physical power to back it up. S&C will enhance your speed, power, endurance, ensuring your car is performing at its peak. You've got to be both a great driver and a high-performance machine. 2. A frayed rope eventually snaps. Jumping straight into intense training without a plan is a recipe for burnout, injuries, and stalled progress. And too many fighters go all in without understanding the toll it takes on their body. It's like a rope that gets frayed with each intense session, and eventually it snaps under the pressure. The real issue isn't the hard training, but a lack of a progressive approach. You need to gradually build your workload, focusing on slow improvements rather than piling on intensity. If you don't let your body adapt, you'll hit a wall or get injured. Training progressively by alternating between general conditioning and Muay Thai specific work helps you build resilience, avoid injury, and make long-term gains. Don't let your rope snap. Train smart, build your foundation, and stay healthy. This progressive approach I'm talking about, it's exactly what separates fighters who burn out from those who keep getting stronger year after year. And speaking of building systematically. 3. You must spin all the plates. As a fighter, you need to be well-rounded, mobile, strong, powerful, fast, and with relentless endurance. These are the key plates you need to spin to unlock your full potential. But you can't focus on all of them at once. Trying to spin 5 plates simultaneously isn't going to work. You've got to start by building movement, then strength, then power, and finally speed. Focus on one quality at a time while maintaining the others at baseline level. This ensures that no plate falls and you're progressively building a solid foundation of strength, layering on power, and finishing with speed. This is the key to being prepared for any fight, regardless of where you are in your training cycle. 4. Know your apples from your oranges. Fatigue in Muay Thai is part of the game, but many fighters make the mistake of chasing fatigue, thinking it's a sign of a good session. The reality is, strength, power, and speed need rest to develop properly. Fatigue can turn those sessions into endurance work, which isn't what you want. It's like mixing apples and oranges. You're intending to add variety, but grabbing the wrong fruit. To build strength, you've got to work against heavy resistance. Think deadlifts, squats, bench presses. These are your bread and butter. And when you're lifting heavy, you need full rest between sets. Strength is the foundation for everything. If you don't have solid strength, your power and speed will be limited. Now, power is about applying force quickly. To build power, you're looking at explosive movements like Olympic lifts, kettlebell swings, loaded squat jumps. The goal is to generate as much force as you can in a short amount of time. Power is absolutely crucial for a Muay Thai fighter. It's what separates hitting hard from knocking your opponent out. Speed, on the other hand, is all about moving fast with minimal resistance. Sprints, plyometrics, med ball throws, and reaction drills. They're the tools for this. The faster you are, the more control you have over the pace of the fight, and the better you'll be at evading strikes. Build strength before strength endurance, power before power endurance, and speed before speed endurance. Let Muay Thai handle your endurance and focus your S&C work on the key athletic qualities that support your fighting. Now that you understand the difference between these training qualities, let's talk about the sequence that actually works. 5. Don't put the cardio cart before the horse. Cardio conditioning should follow a specific sequence to make sure you're building the right energy systems for Muay Thai. Your heart is a muscle and it adapts to different training loads. General conditioning helps build your heart's capacity. It's like building your engine. Local conditioning, which Muay Thai already covers, is all about using that energy in your muscles during the fight. To develop your heart for Muay Thai, you need a mix of intensities. Aerobic capacity. These are longer, lower intensity efforts. They help you recover faster, recharge between rounds, and handle higher workloads. Aerobic power. Higher intensity intervals that increase your maximum sustainable work rate. This lets you keep the intensity up without slowing down. Anaerobic lactic power, short, high-intensity intervals. These train you to perform at maximum effort for extended periods, helping you power through those tough exchanges and overwhelm your opponent for a bit. But here's the thing, don't overdo the lactic power work. It's the icing on the cake, not the cake itself. Too much of it can erode your aerobic base, which is what prevents you from gassing out during a fight. Think of aerobic capacity like your energy reservoir. The bigger it is, the more energy you've got to fuel your fight. Aerobic power is how fast you can release that energy. It's like opening up the floodgates. Once you've maxed out your aerobic power, you tap into your lactic system, but that's not sustainable. So, build your aerobic base first, then focus on lactic power closer to fight time. Make aerobic conditioning your priority to fuel relentless performance and use lactic power only when you need to finish strong. 6. Train movements, not muscles. To really maximize your Muay Thai performance, you need to focus on training movements, not just muscles. Muay Thai demands full body coordination, and your strength training should reflect that. Forget those outdated isolation exercises, think bro splits. As a fighter, you need to focus on essential movement patterns to develop balanced, functional strength for striking, clinching, and evading. Here are the key movement patterns to master. Lower body, knee dominant like squats and lunges, and hip dominant like deadlifts. Upper body push, horizontal like bench press, and vertical like shoulder press. Upper body pull, horizontal like rows, and vertical like chin-ups. Core stability, anti-extension like rollouts, and anti-rotation like landmine twists. These movements are crucial because they help develop both your agonist muscles, those that accelerate movement, and antagonist muscles, those that de-accelerate movement. Balancing these ensures you avoid imbalances and lower your risk of injury. Just like a car needs both acceleration and brakes, your body needs a balance of push and pull movements. If you overdevelop your pushing patterns, you'll start to break down movement efficiency and increase your injury risk. Strong pulling patterns are essential. They help unlock your full striking power and allow for better force transfer, meaning you can strike harder and move more effectively without injury. For maximum striking power, you need both hip and knee dominant exercises. Deadlifts build hip strength, while lunges and squats target knee stability. This combination enhances your power and helps prevent injuries to your hips and knees, which are vital for explosive strikes. A strong core is crucial for transferring power from your lower body to your upper body. Anti-rotation and anti-extension exercises keep your core stable, which supports fluid, controlled movements during strikes and clinching. By focusing on training functional movements rather than isolated muscles, you'll build a body that's strong, balanced, and injury resistant, essential for Muay Thai performance. This approach not only reduces your risk of injury, but also ensures long-term athletic development. These movement patterns I've just outlined, they're the foundation, but how do you organize them into a practical system? 7. Fill your performance buckets. Think of your overall performance as a set of buckets, each representing a key physical quality: strength, power, speed, endurance, and technique. In Muay Thai, different training sessions fill specific buckets. For example, pad work is great for enhancing your technique, cardio, and muscular endurance, but it doesn't do too much to develop your maximum strength or explosive power. That's where strength and conditioning, S&C, comes into play. While Muay Thai is fantastic for building technical skills and sport-specific fitness, it leaves gaps in physical development, especially in strength, power, and speed. These qualities are critical for boosting your performance and preventing injuries. By incorporating targeted resistance training, you can fill these gaps and become a more complete fighter. To make the most out of your training time, you've got to focus on the right buckets at the right time. You need to prioritize areas where you're underdeveloped, whether that's strength, power, or speed, while keeping the qualities you've already built in check. The more effectively you fill these buckets, the more well-rounded and effective your performance will be. Your weekly plan should focus on 3 key session types to fill these buckets. Muay Thai training, which develops your technical skills, tactical abilities, and sport-specific conditioning. Resistance training targets mobility, coordination, strength, power, and speed, boosting your athleticism and strike force. Cardio conditioning improves your energy systems like aerobic capacity, aerobic power, and anaerobic lactic power, giving you the endurance and the recovery you need to maintain top performance. By strategically filling all these buckets, you'll create a balanced, effective approach, ensuring no physical quality is neglected. This will help you become a more powerful, resilient fighter. 8. Have a strategic training plan. To maximize your training, you need a structured approach called periodization. It's not about jumping between random methods. A strategic training plan ensures you're working on the right things at the right time. Don't live from one fight to the next. Think long term. Imagine being stronger, faster, more relentless in your 5th fight, not just your next one. By balancing skill development with athletic performance training year round, you'll continuously improve without hitting plateaus. Peak performance should be a continuous journey, not just a one-time event for your next fight. So there you have it, the 8 crucial points that separate fighters who plateau from those who continuously improve. Look, when you've coached over 1,000 fighters, you start to see these patterns everywhere. Understanding these S&C principles is what transforms good fighters into great ones. Now, knowing these 8 points is one thing, but knowing which ones you should focus on first, that's where most people get stuck. That's why I created a free performance scorecard that analyzes your current training and shows you exactly which areas will give you the biggest improvement right now. And you can grab that in the description below. Once you know your priorities from the scorecard, the next question is, how do you realistically structure your weekly training to address these points without overwhelming yourself? And that's exactly what I cover in this video right here. 3 proven weekly training models that incorporate everything we've just discussed. This is the practical implementation that turns these 8 points into real results.